Hey everybody, what is up? This is BaconBurgerKing, and before I put out the first episode of the Nuzlocke challenge, I decided I'd make just a video to dedicate to the challenge and go over what the rules of a basic Nuzlocke challenge are for those of you who don't know, and the extra rules I'm going to be adding on. So for those of you who don't know what a Nuzlocke challenge is, basically it's a way that people make Pokemon games harder, because let's be honest, they're not the most difficult thing in the world. So there are 2 or 3 major rules that are constant in every single challenge. There are like different ways that people go about applying some of these rules, but there are a couple major rules that are pretty much a necessity in every Nuzlocke challenge, so let's start by going over those. The first rule is, if a Pokemon faints, it is considered dead, and it has to be either permanently boxed or released, and you can't bring it back. Once it faints, it is dead. Personally, I'm going to be releasing it because if they're in a box, I don't know, I just don't feel so right about that. I'll probably end up just putting them all in a box, and then after a certain part in the series, I'll just like release them all at the same time. So like, let's say a few Pokemon die before a gym, I'll keep them in a box until the gym, and then I'll just release them all after I successfully take on the gym. The second rule is, you can only catch the first Pokemon you find in an area. If you kill it, or if it's a Pokemon you don't like, then tough luck, you're gonna have to put up with it. If you run from it, again, tough luck. I'm gonna be adding two extra rules onto this rule, so I'm gonna call these Rule 2A and 2B. You guys don't have to do this, but it's just something I'm giving for myself. Rule 2A is the Dupes Clause. If the first Pokemon that I encounter in a route or area or wherever is something that I've already owned, like say I have a Pidgeot, it faints, or hell, even if it's still alive, and I find a Pidgey in another area, well, I've already owned a Pidgey, because how else would I have a Pidgeot? So I wouldn't be able to catch that. However, if I encounter a duplicate, then I get 2 more tries. The first Pokemon I find would count as strike 1. I get 2 more tries to find something new in the route, or area, or wherever. And if nothing shows up in those 3 tries, that's 3 strikes, I'm out, that route is dead to me, or that area is dead to me. I can't catch anything on it. And Rule 2B, HM slaves can be caught if they're absolutely necessary. So if I physically can't progress through a part of the game because all the Pokemon that could learn a specific TM I need are dead, then I can catch a Pokemon just for the sake of being able to use HMs to progress, as long as I don't use that Pokemon in battle. And then once its use is up, then I can just permabox it or something. Oh, and Rule 2C, I guess. Gift Pokemon do not count as your encounter for a route or area. I keep saying route or area. It's just called area. So say you are gifted a Lapras or something. That does not count as an encounter in Saffron City. I don't know why I used that as an example of all things, but like, you get the Lapras. Since it's a gift Pokemon, you can go to the fighting dojo and get one of the fighters too. Just because it doesn't count as your encounter since it's being given to you as a gift. Those 3 are just those 3 like rules: A, B, 2A, 2B, and 2C. Those are just rules I'm adding on to make things a little bit easier on myself, because some of the other rules will kind of hurt me a bit. So rule number 3, this is another huge one. This is like the 3rd most important one, and it's pretty much common in everyone's Nuzlocke challenge. It's give all your Pokemon nicknames, and I already do that anyways, so it's not too hard for me to do. But yeah, so those are the 3 major rules. Now I'm going to be going over the rest of the stuff I added on. Rule number 4, shiny Pokemon can be caught no matter what. So if I somehow encounter a shiny Pokemon in the game, like in an area, even if it's not my first encounter for that area, I am still going to allow myself to catch it because it's a shiny Pokemon. It's so rare to begin with. I might as well just add that in as a special little rule, just in case I get lucky. Battle style is going to be set to set because shift is way too easy. For those of you who don't know, shift battle style is after you knock out an opponent's Pokemon, then it prompts you with who they're going to send out next, and then you can switch. And it's just really easy, so I'm going to keep the battle style at set so that you don't get the prompt and the free turn to switch out, because set is just much more fair. Rule number 6, I'm going to abide by each leader and Elite Four's gym level cap. So if a Pokemon exceeds a certain level cap, it can't be used again until that gym or area is completed. I'll be going over level caps more when they come into play in the actual series, but basically, in general, for at least the gym leaders, I'm not going to allow any of my Pokemon to be a higher level than their highest Pokemon, just so that I have an excuse to not totally over-level, and so that it keeps some of the challenge in play. Because let's be honest, I could just over-level my Pokemon and just stomp everyone if I wanted to. So I'm going to keep a level cap in place so that I don't do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping to have a lot of fun with this. If the rules seem a little complicated, they're really not that complicated once you see them in action. Because a bunch of them won't even come into play, and some of them are just second nature. So, I hope that if you've never seen a Nuzlocke before, I hope the series can inspire you to try one out, because I think that they're awesome. I can't really play any of my old Pokemon games normally anymore, just because this is much more entertaining to me. And yeah, I'm hoping that it's challenging, I'm hoping that it's fun, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoy. So, this has been BaconBurgerKing, and now I have to go record. See you guys in the series.